What's good, everyone? Thank you for stopping by to visit the channel for this upcoming game preview. If you want to hear a different take of college football from an analytical perspective, if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and select all so you won't miss another video. Also, like the video, share the video, it helps the channel grow, and give me your score prediction in the comment section below, even if you agree or disagree with my score prediction. Now on to the game. We got the annual Red River rivalry, Red River Showdown, Red River Shootout, whatever the heck it is called today. Oklahoma versus Texas. Lincoln Riley versus Steve Sarkisian. I expect fireworks, cannons, all that. Noon kick on ABC. Game will be called by Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. The Sooners currently hold a 3-game winning streak over the Longhorns. Since 2014, every game has been decided by single digits, except for the Big 12 championship game in 2018, where Oklahoma won by 12. Reviewing the tail of the tape of advanced metrics, both teams are considered top 10 teams according to the F+ ranking, which is a combo of SP+ and the Fremo Efficiency Index. Both offenses are expected to have advantages over the opposing defenses, as SP+ has Oklahoma as an 8-point favorite with a 67% win probability. The Vegas line opened with Oklahoma as a 5-point favorite, and it has dropped as low as 3 points at the time of recording. Throughout the season, everyone has been asking the question, what is wrong with Oklahoma's offense? Last week against Kansas State, Oklahoma had 9 possessions. They scored on 7 of them, including the first 5, which consisted of field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, touchdown. This felt like watching the Lincoln Riley offense. The running game was working with a 52% success rate. The passing game finished with a 71% success rate, and they turned in their highest offensive success rate of the season at 58%. If this is going to be what Oklahoma is on offense, then you have plenty of reasons to be confident. I know the final score may indicate this was a close game, but Oklahoma was ahead by as many as 17 in the fourth quarter. The defense did give up 2 scores in the second half. It was a 13-point lead until K-State took a kickoff back for 93 yards with under a minute 30 to go. I thought the Sooners were solid. Eric Gray and Kennedy Brooks ran well, and Spencer Rattler was efficient for the most part. So, for a week, Sooner fans were looking at this going, this kind of looks like us for a change. TCU got a nice steady diet of Bijan Robinson and a Texas offensive line. When it was time to close the game, number 5 was getting the ball. Whether it was in the backfield, pass to him, didn't matter. It was going to be a successful play. Texas has shown signs of promise this year. The first game against Louisiana was supposed to be a game where they were going to trip up, and they handled them successfully. The Arkansas game, however, in a hostile environment, they imploded. Then they beat Rice and Texas Tech and took care of TCU, which was a physical contest. TCU has had their numbers since 2014, and this win was a sign of great maturity for the Longhorns. This is how you build yourself back up. The foundation must be laid. They're not back. I need to get that out of the way. It is one season at a time until we proclaim Texas as being back. For this year, I created a rating system that is based on the principles of ELO, but it is structured by the point differential of the average college football team. As to what goes on in the rating system, it is a few parts to a weighted recruiting average, returning production, recent ranking history, etc. So these ratings are different from the tail of the tape where I use SP+. My model has Oklahoma winning by the score of 37-31, giving Oklahoma a 65% win probability. So less than SP+, but more than the current Vegas line. For this game, full disclosure, I have previewed this game twice since I've created this channel, and I'm 1-1. I can't seem to get this one right. Oklahoma's game against Kansas State seemed like I was watching an efficient Lincoln Riley offense. Just not an efficient but explosive offense like we're used to seeing. Now, being efficient is not a bad thing. They took whatever K-State threw at them and smiled about it. They were patient, minus the Spencer Rattler interception where I thought he forced that ball downfield, but they were calm and calculating. The concern I still have with Oklahoma is their offensive line and their inability to generate a push up front. Oklahoma, over the last few years, you could count on their offensive line being able to control the line of scrimmage. Oklahoma is second in the Big 12 in rushing success rate, but their offensive line is dead last in offensive line yardage and runs stopped at or behind the line of scrimmage. Now, what does that tell you? Well, it tells you that Eric Gray and Kennedy Brooks are great at breaking tackles or making the first guy miss. So it's feast or famine when they're running the football. For Texas, they have a quality offensive line, and they beat up TCU and Texas Tech because those defensive lines were not able to get in the backfield and disrupt the Longhorn running game. They are 81st and 101st in defensive stuff rate, so they didn't put up a fight. But you want to know who did put up a fight? Arkansas. They stopped 21% of Texas's runs at or behind the line of scrimmage. And guess who stops runs behind the line of scrimmage and is ranked higher than not just Arkansas, but Georgia? That would be Oklahoma. I'll also say this. We haven't seen Oklahoma play their A game against FBS teams. We've seen Texas look fantastic, but has Oklahoma turned the corner? I know a lot of people gave up on them, and my rating system has given them the business over the last few weeks, dropping them week after week. The experience of Spencer Rattler, in my opinion, is going to be enough to outplay Casey Thompson, and the Oklahoma defense is going to cause enough disruption to slow down Robinson. In the end, I got the Sooners by the score of 31-27. I'm expecting a lot of volatility, big plays, and I don't think either team is going to be able to separate from each other. With that being said, that's a wrap for another game preview. Let me know what your thoughts are in the game in the comment section below. Give me your score prediction and tell me why your respective team is going to win the game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give the video a like, share the video as well, and if you love college football as much as I do, hit the subscribe button if you want to stay updated with the latest previews and the occasional highlights. And as always, I thank you for watching and thank you for visiting the channel.